Surviving Feminism, the truth they don't want you to know. Hello and welcome to One Mail. I want to talk to you about something that's been on my mind lately. It seems like everywhere you look these days, another article or video talks about feminism and how great it is. But they don't tell you that behind all the flowery language and promises of liberation, there's a dangerous ideology at work that's tearing our society apart. In this video, I will talk about the dangers of feminism and how it's led to a community where people are delinked from their responsibilities. Make sure to stay tuned, like this video, and subscribe to me for more videos like this. This video interprets the 2-volume book, Surviving Fourth Wave Feminism. In this video, I discuss the 6th chapter of his first book, Delinking Accountability from Responsibility. In this chapter, he argues that men are taught to assume responsibility early, unlike women. The concept of gender has been created by society. They have been led to believe that women are always complaining. They play on a man's innate desire to be the provider and the protector. They hope Simpson Cox will exert his influence on the administration on behalf of women at a convenient time. Even though gender is a social construct, women are still victims, and men are always at fault. The author conducts research into the pay discrepancy between men and women. Discussion of salaries is meaningless at this point. Even if it turned out to be true today, only those who own assets could call themselves winners. Why are males held accountable for their actions more frequently than most women? Women tend to portray men as privileged while they are relegated to the background. Women often level accusations of wrongdoing against male partners. Men understand and blame women. Politicians like Obama encourage men to come up and take responsibility for the issue of single parenthood. Still, ultimately, it is up to women to decide whether or not they want to have children. Obama made a smart move by targeting female voters, as they make up the majority of voters. This book demonstrates how one might earn a passive monthly income in Southeast Asian countries. This is the perfect book for someone like Convention Mito, who could have read it before going to Asia and preparing themselves mentally for the experience there. It's possible that men were forced to shoot pictures of ladyboys while drinking dirty martinis on the beach. What are the benefits of wearing those jeans that make you look like you've been eating veal? Women quickly point the finger of blame at men and assert that being a man is a cultural construct. He asserts that fourth-wave feminism intends to abolish democracy in favor of communist dictatorships, which will rescind all rights and benefits, including feminism, and end all rights and gifts for women. Cognitive dissonance is especially prevalent in women. They engage in behaviors that, at first glance, appear to be advantageous but which, in the long run, bring about their demise. The author presents a choice versus accountability checklist, which includes elements such as women choosing to incur debt but not taking responsibility to repay it. Among the other items on the list are things like these. Women have the choice to earn money but then want the government to save them when they make poor financial decisions on their investments. Most women would instead work for pay, but they trust the government to come to their rescue if they can't sufficiently support themselves. As an illustration, he cites how Serena Williams yelled at a male umpire after a shorter woman defeated her. Given that this was a competition between two women, awarding the point to a guy would be an act of sexism on his part. If Serena had more brain cells, she would have accused him of being racist. The umpire may have been biased against women the whole time. I've heard stories regarding Serena's gender, and according to one of them, he thinks that Western women feel entitled because they are assumed to be victims. The question therefore is, how can they get away with it? They take advantage of men's instinct to guard the women in their lives. When women obtain what they want, they continually proclaim how miserable they are about it. There is no evidence that I am aware of proving that women only fight for equality in white-collar jobs as opposed to blue-collar jobs, although I could be wrong. It all comes down to the fact that women want equal pay yet are unwilling to work. He also discusses how, during the second wave of feminism, women were trying to prove, much like Rosie the Riveter did during the fourth wave of feminism, that they could work in factories alongside men just like they did during the first wave. Workers who identify as feminists protest by quitting their jobs rather than seeking to prove men's claims. The image depicts a woman who appears frustrated because a male cannot comprehend an illogical point she is making. She also sees herself as a victim, even though women are responsible for between 70 and 80% of the income in society. Finally, in this chapter, he examines the 2016 Trump-Clinton election. Both candidates were unpopular, and Hillary was pushing the notion that the future belongs to women, which is why she was unwanted. I don't believe this because Trudeau was a male feminist in Canada who was re-elected even though everyone knew he had cognitive dissonance. In addition, he fired his female attorney general after she accused him of misconduct. Madonna and Rosie O'Donnell wanted to torch the White House while Trump was inside. That same anger is now directed at anti-jabbers, who some claim are secret Trump supporters. If Hillary had won, most of our favorite YouTube channels would still exist, and censorship would not have gotten so out of hand. Instead, they blamed Trump for all the awful things happening in their life, and he did. As men, we must accept responsibility for our own lives. Stop listening to women who blame us for everything that has gone wrong in their lives, even though the vast majority of awful things that occur to men are the direct result of the actions of wicked women. Too often, we listen to people who try to blame us for everything that goes wrong. While it is true that we can't control everything that happens to us, we can control how we react to it. We can focus on the positive and use our experiences to learn and grow. By taking responsibility for our lives, we can set an example for others and show them that it is possible to overcome challenges and create a life that we love. When we do this, we not only improve our own lives, but we also make the world a better place. So let's take responsibility for our lives and create the world we want to live in. We guys feel sorry for women who take advantage of us, and we want to help them even when they lie to us so they may feel better. It would appear that nature is extraordinarily antagonistic to the continuation of our species. Also, concerning feminists' weird ideology, I talked about something that's been on many people's minds lately: obesity. It seems like someone is getting bigger and bigger everywhere we look, and many of us are starting to wonder if obesity is becoming standard. Is this a problem? Or could it be that we're just looking at things the wrong way? Check my latest video if you want to know more because I explored the new trend of normalizing obesity, and let's see if it's as bad as we think.